Very well. I like to explain you what's Finca Fitor. Finca Fitor is an estate that is an aggregate of many properties. This was bought by my father between 1947 to 1956. First one to one, until now we are maybe 8 or 10 properties. The characteristic of these properties is that all are neighbor, and then is only one state for all the properties. This estate was really at the beginning, when my father died in 1968. At the beginning was 1,300 hectares. After the legacy of my father, for me, arrived to 1,000 hectares. And this 1,000 hectares really is a space very special, is a Neolithic archaeological park, because in the state we have at this moment 26 monuments of Neolithic time, but every year we see the new ones. We have observed that the lightning bolts fall zones and the sea view were factors taken account in the dolmen constructions. Here in a dolmen that is, the name is Dolmen Dr. Pericot. That is a dolmen discovered by us. Is a dolmen placed in a zone where all the lightning bolts fall here. And it's really beside the dolmen two zones, one for blood sacrifice and another for milled grain. The two beside the dolmen. And here, for the blood sacrifice, we have this kind of stones with many holes that are for I think to do offers to God. Case of this lightning bolt zone, for to make a sanctuary is really original, I think. And we have also some other zones. Greek mythology has only 2 times traveled outside Old Greece. One of these times was Heracles, that arrived until Gibraltar to put the pillars of non plus ultra. And in this travel, they passes because this travel is searching the bulls and cows of Geryon to keep this to Greece. And then they passes in one zone that is just here in the Pyrenees, and there are the tomb of Pyrene. Pyrene make this tomb of Pyrene. This tomb of Pyrene surrounded by fire always. This tomb, the Pyrene name and the Pyrene just area is in the Cape, Creus Cape. And this is really very near here and is related to all the history that after come here. The seawater in the arrivals is a privilege of transparency and life. Is the Costa Brava, here beside the property. Silver mines attract Phoenicians from 12th century before Christ for trade. Was essential to have energy beside mines to make ingots. That is the system of transport to Egypt, as Egyptian fresco shows. Here, the west entrance of the property. There are no door and has two pillars. Shows the private property, and a poster that shows that had a forest management plan that is Monumenta partner, and a QR code to enter to the web. Here, the other road that arrives is the Roman way. Now, we stay in a Roman road. This Roman road, we know that is a Roman road for three things. One, the pent, the regular pent. Second, the white is very white. And third, there are no trees in the center of the road. This third is because when the construction, Romans burn all the forest material in the center of the road, and then provoke ashes of this burnt that they are alkaline. And these alkaline ashes made a layer that cannot traverse by roots. And this seems a miracle, because at this moment, after 2000 years, there are no trees in the center. The stones, this was with the stones, but the stones were, in the medieval times, was a quarry for as a stone supplier, use it as a stone supplier. And then all the stones were kept out for other constructions. And only rest here some stones of that, only to prove that there was also a Roman way with stone. Now, I invite you to a travel by drone on the state. The forest mass is mainly autochthonous, cork oak ecosystem. Is autochthonous because Neolithic time forest management for pasture includes yearly forest fire during millennia. Was crucial to be autochthonous at the moment of Champagne invention of Dom Perignon near 1670. We are just in place to be the best supplier of Champagne cork stoppers from 1720, just 300 years from now. This fact, cover of gold, these mountains from the beginning of 18th century. Rivers are born in the property and have special ecosystems as Alnus glutinosa and Fraxinus species. The water supply is necessary for livestock, cows, and hunting species, wild pig and woodcock. The cows are the more rustic race known here. It lives in the forest. The meat is useful for Paleolithic diet. This eucalyptus plantation we use for paper wood, quality wood, and stock supplier. Was a strategic plantation for water retention and forest fire prevention. Mascals is an exception in the story. The same family lived 1,000 years in the house. Is one of the 6 houses that found the parish in 948. Surely comes from a villa in Roman time. The reference stones for her delimitation in Roman time and now are dolmens in 8 cases. Really astonishing. We have all documentation of pergamons of the house from the 12th century. In 2017 was the central house of the film Petra, director Jaime Rosales, who needed in Cannes in 2018. Santa Coloma de Fitor is a bishopric property. In his construction were present Aniana Benedictine monks, parish from 948, and temple monks in 12th century. Mas Plaja was a royal donation to a Castilian military officer at 13th century. Plaja family lived here until 1948, when my father moved. It is the central house of the state and our residency. In 1720 began to sold cork for champagne stoppers directly to France. Is one of the first. Now 300 years of this fact. At 19th century had house in Paris due to cork fortune. At the moment we have a little museum of the state, rural tourism in additional house, and events covered surface also for film projection, and a firewood kitchen used in guided visits. Masvidal comes from 8th-9th century in the Carolus Magnus time. Now this house is my daughter's gender property. It was an Aniana Benedictine celle near 800 that take in account the evangelization of Fitor territory. Now rest the ruins of the monastery that founded the first churches in the territory, and has led to us the solar light passing the apsis windows, following the solar orientation thinked 1,200 years before.